Everyone changes. You could see this as a sad fact of life or a hopeful one. Where do we go when things change rapidly around us? To something stable, something we know will stay. But more often than not, there is nothing like that. Nothing will stand beside you forever that is not time itself, or change, or some combination of two. But even that is slippery, and you cannot hold on to it. And sometimes it feels like if you could just hold on to something, the world might be a little easier to live through. Or I'm just projecting here. Either way, change is scary. It's the end of one thing, the start of another. Shedding a skin you loved, you were comfortable in, for one that is unfamiliar, cold. And when you're in that cold, it's hard to remember that someday you'll shed that skin too, and maybe find yourself comfortable again. No, when you're in that cold skin, all you can remember is how good it used to feel to be you, and how you'll never feel that again. Change is crossing a bridge that crumbles when you try to cross back. You can build up the trappings of what was before, but there is still no going back. For change to occur, something needs to end. Some part of you, or the world around you, needs to die. Figuratively, of course. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. Vinea is death. She's the closest thing this pantheon has to a deity of the dead. She herself dies and exists on a yearly cycle of death and rebirth, and death and rebirth. She is change, the tower, the crypt under the fruit tree. There is change in all of her realm, because all throughout the spring there is change. Bunnies are born, birds return, leaves appear on barren branches, and the sun hangs around a little longer every day. I'm not even close to the first one to say this, but of course, life is change. Never-ending, unceasing, relentless. You change, the people you love change, the world around you changes, and the eyes you see it all with change. The mind that interprets it changes. Your face will change to you in ways it will not to others. You will look in the mirror one morning and see a face completely different from the one you had last night. Change doesn't end with death. I can make no claims about where you'll be, but your mortal form will be here on earth. It will break down, maybe it will be burned to ashes. Maggots will gain new life from feeding on you and change into flies. Things will eat you, plants will nurse off of you, your ashes become a part of the water, the sand, the soil where they are spread, and you are in all of it. All the never-ending change, in a million pieces you are part of it. The worst of our modern mistakes was not allowing ourselves to decay. Sometimes it can feel like you are rotting, not on the outside, but on the inside. There is an old part of you that is dying, pulling in maggots, smelling terrible, polluting you. Sometimes we miss the thing that's rotting, but you can't pull it back over the threshold. It's already rotting, it's already changed. But that part of you, the memory, isn't going away. It's going into the rest of you to feed the new things growing, laid to rest in your soil. You're made of the dust of the thousands of people you've been in one lifetime, the recycled bits and pieces of the you before. It's all in there, wherever you live, in the head or the chest or the throat. It is there. The words you say fall to the ground and die and decay, and the tree eats what's left of them, and you learn new things to say. And so there is Vinea at work inside all of us. Maybe the world is green and sunny for you right now. Maybe summer is ending and winter is looming above you. Maybe the winter is all around and you feel like you're rotting in your living skin. That's how it goes, living and dying while alive. Sometimes there is no holding on. Sometimes there is only the place where the horizon should be, but the sunrise isn't there. But we keep on moving despite it all. We rot and eat the rot, and we keep on moving. We change, and the change feeds us to keep on changing. So year after year, Vinea dies in the fall and grows up again on the same ground where her blood was shed. The world is cold, and then it is warm, and then it is cold again. Winter will always return, summer will always return, cycling round and around till there is just a blur. Change is all they are, constant and predictable, but change all the same. I know this isn't the sort of video I usually make on this channel. I wanted to talk about Vinea and celebrate her around her holiday. Her realm can be undefined and distant at times, a force of nature. She is tinged with death. She is something that we as humans can never fully grasp. But change, that is something we share with her. Death and rebirth on a small scale, by the year. That still is terrifying. It's still sad. It can hurt so much. But like Vinea, we go on. We breathe new life into the things around us. We can make people smile. We can hold them tight while we have them. We can look in the mirror and give grace. We can say, I love the person I am today. And if we can't do that, then we can try. We can pray for the courage to love what we will become.